What's up, my Be Familiar, George Chili? Bees King 8 here. And today, we are going to react to MH Edits. He made a new edit video. It's called Mercy. Please go subscribe to MH Edits. He is a badass editor at what he does. So, let's get straight into this edit that has 2 minutes. And yeah, that flashback scene with Foggy Nelson really hurt me, man. R.I.P. to my homie, man. Alright, let's do this. I even got myself some mac and cheese.
Find a place that she can rest. It was in August, and it was all we had.
R.I.P. to you, Foggy Nelson.
Lay down by the river, on the devil's chest. It was in all the grass, the impression
I like how this is mixed with the first season and the second season MH Edits. Every time you are so... That, I knew that scene was gonna happen. But look at this. Oh, just seeing the badassery of Daredevil in this edit. MH Edits. You are amazing at what you do, man. You need to get a job at a studio. Like, people need to hire you to edit their movies better. I forgot the way this episode ended. That was so good, ma'am. Well done, ma'am. Well done, MH Edits. Please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, don't worry, I'll share this to like people I follow on TikTok, because this needs to be seen worldwide, man. This was good. I'm seeing just it hurts so much that Matt Murdock's friend was the reason why he gave Mercy to Bullseye. Like, it fucking hurts. God, it hurts so much. Oh, I feel so bad for Matt Murdock, man. Losing his friend like that in the first season of Daredevil Born Again. Like, and it was the same person, Bullseye. Because he did it before in season 3. And then he finished the job in the first season of Born Again. I'm like, God damn it, man. Y'all might be familiar when you see the 5th episode of Daredevil Born Again season 2. You need a box of Kleenex, for your eyes. Because what they did, I bit my inner mouth. Oh, fuck. Give me a second, maybe, I bit my inner mouth. Oh. What I was trying to say is, this right here, man, just seeing that flashback scene hits me in my feelings, man. Like, knowing Foggy Nelson, they're just showing you, like, yeah, Foggy Nelson isn't here anymore. Here's a flashback, though. But even though it was sentimental, I really like how it went back to the beginning of the first season, even though actually, yeah, it works so perfectly well with the flashback with the 5th episode of Daredevil Born Again, because it went to Foggy Nelson from the first season of Daredevil, to Matt Murdock to the first season of Daredevil, to Wesley from Daredevil season 1, and also Kingpin himself from the first season. It was like, what a great, perfect way to flash back to the Netflix show to the Disney Plus show that's Born Again. I really like season 2. Oh, by the way, might be familiar. Please go check their podcast of Daredevil Born Again season 2, because there's a lot of good stuff in the podcast. I'm actually watching, I think I'm on the 4th. I don't know which episode I'm on for season 2 of their podcast. I think it's episode 3 still. But I need to get into more podcast stuff. Speaking of which, announcement here. Actually, you know what? No, never mind. I can't say anything, but it's really big. It is really big. I think what I'm going to do, if I can, near maybe sometime in the future, I'm thinking about making my first podcast. Now, I don't know what this podcast should be called. I don't know. What I should title it, but I'll think of something, because podcasts look like they're fun, so I'm going to give podcasts a try in the near future. Anyway, this is amazing, man. MH edits. This really got me in my feelings, man, because dude, it's something about seeing Foggy Nelson, and when you know how the aftermath is with the first episode of season 1 and how he went out, it's just like, fuck. A good lawyer got taken away. The first episode of Daredevil Born Again. I'm still, it still hurts, man. Just I heard so much. I know it might be familiar. If you liked my reaction to Daredevil Mercy from MH Edits, why not see that subscribe button, see that like button, see that notification bell anytime I upload a video, and comment down below your thoughts. Comment down below if episode 5 hurt you as well, because seeing Foggy Nelson just in a flashback scene, and the fact that Matt Murdock had to see his own friend talk about mercy and just giving people a second chance, and his own flashback, it fucking hurts, man. Jesus Christ, poor Murdock, man. I'm so glad he has Karen Page. He deserves that, at least. Because when he lost Foggy Nelson, we were like, please, just let one good thing happen with Matt Murdock. And Karen Page is that one thing. So, I'm anyway, and can we talk about the actor, Vincent D'Onofrio? Shout out to you, because when you were seeing what was happening with Vanessa, even though we all know that Kingpin is definitely a villain, but this is the only, this is a good example, a prime example of what love is when you love someone that much and you're really devastated of what happened to them. Kingpin is an example of that from episode 5, when he's in the hospital making sure that Vanessa comes back to him, because that's love. Okay, even though Kingpin is the villain, he has a prime example of what true love really is. So we can all like agree that that acting that Vincent D'Onofrio had as Wilson Fisk when he's losing Vanessa, and when you hear the waves at the end, I'm just like, wait, whoa, hold on. Y'all ain't gonna just end this episode just like that. And they did. And the haunting part of that is just hearing the waves. And you don't see nothing else. Just you hear the waves. That's it. And it goes to end credits real quick. And you're like, what? Huh? What? But I will say, I like how the actress who plays Vanessa in this show is like, she knows, well, how Wilson Fisk said that she doesn't like pineapple juice, but Vanessa was like, I want to give it a try. I really like how this character wanted to give one thing a chance, even though Wilson Fisk does not want her to drink the pineapple juice. But it's like, I don't know what it is, man. It's just like, this is a great love relationship, and it's not toxic. It's not, it's really there. Like, you see that Wilson Fisk really cares for Vanessa, and Vanessa cares for Wilson Fisk. Not like Stolas and Stelgoisha, because they don't care about each other at all. They hate each other in Hell of a Boss. And you can see that time and time again when Stelgoisha yells at Stolas and just breaks his stuff in rage. I'm just like, okay, well, I don't know what's a better love relationship. It has to be Daredevil. It has to be Daredevil with, like, even Matt Murdock and Karen Page. Like, there's some chemistry there. I like how this second season is literally going with, and it makes sense because I don't know, like, it's, I feel like, I don't want to say it, but the best thing that could happen with Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, Charlie Cox's character, is Karen Page. Because when he lost Foggy Nelson, you shout out to also the actress Deborah Ann Wall, because when she said Foggy in a sentimental way, I felt that shit. I felt it because she lost a friend. Like that devastation, man. Jesus Christ, man. It hurts. God, it hurts so much. I don't think any of us, we can all agree, we can't rewatch the first episode of season 1 of Daredevil Born Again, because what happens to Foggy Nelson, we're just like, nah, I can't do this again. I'm not living this again. Let me leave the room, and then I'll come back when the scene is over. But until then, no. Let me take a deep breath, go get out of the room, then come back when the Foggy Nelson scene is over, because that scene destroyed us. Because he was such a dope, great character, man. He was a great friend to Matt Murdock. He was a great partner to Matt Murdock. He cared about Karen Page. And Foggy Nelson he was a kind-hearted character because he gave people a second chance. Because you see that with episode 5 with one friend that was in prison, and basically Foggy Nelson's like, okay, we're your lawyers, we're going to give you a second chance. And I really like it, man. I really like his character. But that one particular scene, it's just like, it hurts. It really hurts. So but I have to say, I love Matt Murdock's arc in this second season, Daredevil Born Again. Because when you look at someone that just took your best friend, yeah, you're going to have that rage in you. Where you're to the point where you just really want to just let the devil out. See what I did there? And he did. Because when the first season of Daredevil Born Again, when Bullseye was talking about Foggy, or when he was talking crap to Matt Murdock was to the point where Bullseye knew what he was doing, though. He was rage baiting Matt Murdock to the point where Matt Murdock had no choice but to break one of his teeth, and he used that one tooth. Again, his arc in the second season. Here's the thing, though. God, this is such a good thing though, because now that Matt Murdock's giving another chance to bullseye, we could win. We could win. We could win because we got a vigilante on our side, even though it's a villain that took Foggy Nelson, which I'm not okay with. But if it wasn't for Matt Murdock's flashback of Foggy Nelson, oh God, I can't. Oh, Jesus Christ, it hurts. It hurts. But I will say, the shots in this show is amazing. We can all agree with that. The shots in the show, perfect. Like, and here's the thing. I thought for a second this was going to be the episode, right? Where, because they're in the church. Matt Murdock, also Bullseye are in the church. I'm like, where is she? Where is she? Where's Jessica Jones? Is this where she shows up? Come on, where is she? She's not in this episode. I was like, damn it. But we know she's in this season. We know that for sure. We know Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter, the queen herself, is in season 2 of Born Again, and I cannot wait to see her return, because I think all of us fans are going to be happy when she appears in the next episode. If she does, I don't know how they're going to do it, because the best thing about the Born Again show is I like how Matt Murdock is like, let me call the authorities, because I'm going to let the authorities deal with it. When it decided to keep ringing, he's like, fuck it. And I'm like, oh my God. This is where he goes to Daredevil for help. This is where he goes, yo, I freaking love the first season, because that scene was so amazing, so heroic, and just like the symbolism of it, just him saying, yeah, the system isn't working anymore. I need Daredevil. I need to let the devil out. And yo, you have the freaking, even the theme song to go with it. Like, that was the most heroic freaking moment in the Daredevil show ever. I really like that. Like, I don't want to say it tops the 3rd season, where he's literally telling Wilson Fisk that this city rejected him and that Matt Murdock beated him. And I was like, yo, and that one part where he's like, you will go in a cell, you will go back to prison in a cell, knowing you can't have her, or you can't have Vanessa. I was like, God damn. All of us love that scene so much. It's such an epic moment in Daredevil Netflix history. That scene alone, where the confrontation with Wilson Fisk, including Matt Murdock, that was so good, because he was going to do what that wasn't him. He knew what Kingpin was doing, and I liked how he says, you don't get to destroy who I am. I really love the 3rd season of Daredevil. That finale is so freaking peak, because and then you see the confrontation again in the 1st season, where they're having a cup of coffee, and like Matt Murdock, you can tell that Matt Murdock and Kingpin, even though they're calm, collected, they want to throw hands. I was like, yo, this show is freaking epic. And then you bring Kamala's father into Daredevil Born Again season 1. I wasn't expecting that at all. We're bringing Kamala's father into the best show ever, Daredevil Born Again season 1. I see what you did there, Kevin Foggy. I see what you did there. Please tell me there's more like that to happen in Daredevil Born Again, because that was a great surprise to see, including Matthew Lillard. I have to say it again, like, just seeing him in the show, just having a blast, is the best thing ever. Like, now, there is one part where in Scream 7, it's not the first time it's not AI. The second time it is. So I have to clear that up. But still, Scream 7, that Ghostface reveal, no. Best Ghostface reveals have to go to Billy Loomis, Stu Macher, Mickey, Billy's mother from Scream 2 as well. Scream Free. I don't want to say Roman Pierce, but if you love the Star Wars movie, like, not Star Wars, well, I don't know, it's, a little jar of honey for that reveal for Roman Pierce, but the fourth one, let me tell you, this freaking Ghostface, Jill Roberts, is so calculated, so intelligent, because she knew that her cousin, Sidney Prescott, well, actually, Jill Roberts is the cousin of Sidney Prescott, but still, she knew that one of her relatives, Sidney Prescott, would be at that house. Everybody at that house, Kirby and Trevor. We all know what happened to Trevor with Jill Roberts, man. Jesus Christ. I like the Jill Roberts character, because if they wanted to, I'm not saying they could, but Scream 7, man, could have used a great Ghostface reveal. Like, maybe, you know, let one of the Ghostface take off their mask and you see Jill Roberts and she's like, I'm back. And we'll be like, now that's a better Ghostface reveal. That's great. Better. Because it makes sense. Because, you know, Sidney Prescott, she's a mother to her kid. And who would be the best Ghostface to show in Scream 7 would be no other than her cousin, Jill Roberts. Jill freaking Roberts. But no, they decided to just go with a freaking mediocre Ghostface reveal where I'm just like, so you're telling me the milkman is Ghostface and the neighbor of Sidney Prescott is Ghostface? What the hell is this? What is this? When did we get to this point of Ghostface reveal to be this stupid? Scream, I love, like, don't get me wrong, there are things going for that movie, because if you've seen the trailer, then you know. I haven't seen any of, I'm probably gonna have to see the kill count for Scream 7. I'm definitely gonna have to see it, because I don't want to see the movie itself. I just don't want to see it, because they really butchered I don't want to say butchered, but the Scream franchise. Like, Scream is dead. Let's just stop it. Let's just stop at 7 and just, no. Well, let's just quit it while we can. Unless, Spyglass, if you want to, please bring back Jill Roberts. If you really want to, you could bring back, you could bring back Jill Roberts, because there's an alternate ending from Scream 4 where Jill Roberts is recovered from what happened to her at the end of the theatrical ending of Scream 4. So it would make sense to bring back Jill Roberts, Emma Roberts, into the Scream franchise. But no, Spyglass Entertainment's just like, oh, let's just throw this mediocre Ghostface reveal. Nobody asked for a Milkman Ghostface reveal. Nobody asked for Sidney Prescott's neighbor to be a Ghostface as well. Because it's just like, y'all could have done a better Ghostface reveal. That's the best you can come up with? Really? You know, I wanted Stumacher to actually show up. That would be a better Ghostface reveal. Because we saw him. We saw him in Scream 7. It would make sense for him to show up. But no. No. He didn't. I'm just like, what are we... Well, what the hell are we doing here, man? Like, what happened? What happened to the plot of the movie? Like, no, I'm serious. What happened to the plot of the movie? Like, if y'all seen that TikTok sound, then that's exactly what I'm just like for Scream 7. It's just like, Yeah. It is what it is. But anyway, it might be familiar. This has been, I'm off of here. Stay brave, stay humble. And definitely go check out my homie MH Edits. He's freaking great with these edits, man. If you love The Last of Us, if you love Invincible or whatever. Speaking of which, hey, MH Edits, if you want to, please make an Invincible edit. It doesn't matter, like, you could do an edit to... I'm trying to think of a good one here. It's called Invincible. I got it. Skillet. Invincible. Invincible. Skillet. Hold on. And the show Invincible, edit that, but with the song Invincible by Skillet. It would make sense. It would really be perfect. That would be a perfect recommendation for you, MH Edits, to do, is just do that. Or if you really wanted to, you could do a sentimental song. I don't know. Just think of something for Invincible, because I'm freaking loving season 4 so far. We finally got all 3 Viltrumites, from Mark Grayson to Nolan to Thetis, literally destroying the hell out of Viltrum Empire. When I saw all 3 of them, just 2 characters I really loved, also the Thetis character as well, I was like, yes, let's destroy Viltrum Empire. Screw this planet. It needs to be destroyed. But unfortunately, my stress level is going to go through the fucking roof, because when Mark Grayson literally said at the end of that, the way they ended, it's just like, where Mark Grayson, or, you know, Alan the alien's like, yeah, that's a good thing. They're hiding. That's a good thing. But then Mark Grayson is like, he's worried, and now you know why. Because he literally says the Viltrumites are now on Earth. And Invincible, the show, so... Oh my god. You know what? At this point, evacuate the city. Just evacuate it. Because that's what the... Ew! Ew! Freaking hair in my mouth again! Ew! Evacuate the city. Just evacuate it. Because if the Viltrumites are going to be there, just evacuate it. Because it's the perfect way to do it. Because I feel bad for Debbie. I feel so bad for Debbie Grayson, because she has to deal with these goddamn Viltrumites. She has to deal with Anessa. She has to deal with Frag. Frag is a beast, by the way. What he did to Mark Grayson, he put his thumbs into Mark Grayson's eyes, pressing his thumbs into... Oh my god! And then, you know how Oliver, or the general was like, Frag's a big deal. And then Oliver's like, we'll see about that. Yeah, he was. Oh, I'm so glad that Nolan, Mark, and also Oliver are healed, because what happened to all 3 of them, I was like, yo, this is only episode 7. Episode 8 is coming out April 22nd. So what the hell? How are they going? Oh my god, the finales are so stressful to watch. Like, every single time when the freaking finale just starts, we're just like, oh god, what is going to happen? Because they did it with the first season, where Nolan speaks to Mark Grayson, his own son, about where he's from, and that he was in the Viltrum Empire, and that the Viltrum Empire wanted to enslave Earth. And then Mark Grayson's like, nah, fuck that. So you had both of them fighting, although Nolan Grayson whooped his ass. We all saw that with the train scene. And then season 2, we saw... To be honest, though, was Mark Grayson in the wrong for what he did to Angstrom? Because when he saw Debbie Grayson, his own mother's hand, getting broken by Levi Angstrom, he had all rights to black out the way he did, and there was no reasoning with Levi Angstrom, because here's the thing, if there was something different about season 2 that any of us would change, it would be maybe if Levi Angstrom or maybe if the Sinister Mark from that universe that Levi Angstrom lost his son to and the people he cared for actually went to the real version, the good Mark Grayson, his world, then maybe it would have been a better way to like team up with Levi Angstrom to get rid of Sinister Mark. But now, then season 3, yeah, that one was stressful because a lot of, okay, the train scene, that was way worse. But imagine you can't move while this character Conquest is holding you, and there's a lot of people on the beach. That is way more terrifying than the train scene. Because I felt so bad for those people on the beach because they didn't know what the hell was going on. They couldn't even react that quick. I was like, oh my God, Conquest is a problem. And then season 4, nah, Frag is the real deal. He's the real problem. Because as soon as, because you just, like, you see the Viltrumites, I don't know what their expression was it like that where they're going to surrender? Or they're going to be like, okay, well, you won, so we'll stop our evil ways. I don't know. But as soon as Frag just, decided, oh my God. Yeah, Frag is a real problem. So, I don't know what to expect to the finale of season 4, but oh God. I'm not ready. I don't think any of us are ready for the last episode of Invincible season 4, because how the hell are they going to end the 4th season of Invincible? I'm worried. I'm hesitant. I'm cautious. I have all rights to be with those 3 things in mind because this is Invincible, and I don't know. And you know what's even worse? Since the Viltrumites are on Earth, that makes it even much worse because we finally get to know Adam Eve, aka Eve Wilkins. She is pregnant. That's the reason why she's losing her powers. Now she has to deal with the... Oh, God. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So, might be familiar. When April 22nd hits, get ready to stress the hell out. Because, yeah. This is... we need everybody. I'm sorry. Like, we just need to open this episode up where freaking Monster Girl and Rex, aka Ruby himself, get out of where the hell they are because they got trapped by the planet with those alien characters that came back from the 1st season, now in the 4th season, and they're trapped there. We also need like I can't say Titan, but we need everybody on deck. We need everyone. So, including like Shapesmith. Although I don't know if Shapesmith is going to be a good adversary to the Viltrumites, because they're going to look at him like a freaking joke. And yeah, no. Also, might be familiar, a little fun fact, Ben Schwartz is the person who voices Shapesmith, the one and only who voiced Sonic in the Sonic trilogy. But back to this. Now, there was an article I read about Daredevil Born Again saying that Alcatra would return. I don't know what season it's going to be, but I don't know if it's true or false. But if it's true, then I feel like, is it me or Daredevil and Alcatra have a great love story? Now, not like in the 2003 movie, but in the Netflix show, you can feel it, you can see it, you can hear it. That all 3 things of that. Anyway, might be familiar. I'm off of, well, Jesus Christ, I said I'm off of here like twice or 3 times. But yeah, by might be familiar, I got some editing to do. MH Edits, thank you for the Daredevil and mentioning me, homie, I really appreciate it. And yeah, go support MH Edits. Go subscribe to him, tell him Beast King 8 sent you, because he is the best person for editing stuff, including movies, because I'm pretty sure, like, that's what we need right now is MH Edits and getting his own job at a studio. It doesn't matter if it's DreamWorks. It doesn't matter if, well, I can't say DreamWorks because DreamWorks is on a roll right now, because that freaking trailer of Forgotten Island, I'm just like, god damn. That is a sentimental, scary thing to think of, like, and I like how it's called Forgotten Island, because it makes sense, because you have these 2 besties, and they're in this island, and you just see the way the trailer plays out. It's a little bit comedic, but it's in the style of Puss in Boots' Last Wish, so I'm pretty sure all of us are going to go see that movie when it comes out in theaters, so, yeah. But yeah, you got a great career ahead of you, MH Edits. Keep doing what you're doing, man, because this was great. I can't wait for Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 6, I think it is. Or is it 7? No, yes. I just did the damn... I did the damn thing. God damn it. I'm pretty sure y'all are going to say in the comments, oh my goodness, 6-7 just got mentioned. Yes, it did, because I fell for it. I fell for that. That is my own fault, because I literally said the 2 numbers, and I'm like, oh god, I said it. I said it. Anyway, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Like, all I could say is just go support the show Daredevil Born Again. Go support the whole cast, the whole crew that made this show phenomenal from the first episode of season 1 all the way to the finale to season 2. And I can't wait to see more of Daredevil Born Again season 2, because it's such a good show. So peak.